Good morning. The big day is finally here. It's time to hit the road today. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Thanks for drinking with Junior. So we're going to take this truck that we've been working on. You guys have seen all the progress of putting the supercharger on it and all that cool stuff. Well, now it's time to test the reliability, stretch our legs a little bit. We're hitting the road today. We are headed to Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is just south of Memphis. So when we get up tomorrow morning, we're going to go to Memphis to Comp Cams to go on a tour. And we get to go through the warehouse as well. When we're done with all that stuff, we're gonna go get some Memphis barbecue to eat, and then we are headed for another 4-hour drive to Bowling Green, Kentucky to Holly's LS Fest. That's the final destination. Gonna go check all that stuff out. Can't wait. Looking forward to a great trip. Hoping everything works out well as far as the mechanics of the truck. I've done the best job I can on all this stuff, but it's mechanical. Anything can happen, and I do realize that. Plenty of tools, so hopefully we won't need to use any of them. Just looking forward to a great trip, getting out on some country roads, enjoying it, and putting some miles on this truck. And that's exactly what it was built for. We didn't build this truck to sit in the driveway or the garage like a lot of people do. It's going to get some miles on it, and that's exactly what it was made for, people. If you build your stuff, use it. State. We're logging some pretty good miles. The truck's been running great so far. Still got a long ways to go, so we're just going to keep hammering down some miles. Hey folks, we are not in the Sunshine State anymore. Been logging some awesome miles. The truck's running awesome, flawless. It's so smooth on the interstate. It just cruises, you know, roll right past some big rigs and just cruises awesome with them. Everything's going great. Couldn't ask for anything to be any better at this point in time. So we had to stop at our first stop here, and what's a road trip without some beef jerky from Carol's here in South Georgia? So just one of those little things that I love to stop on the road at these roadside stores and attractions. I love the nostalgia of it, but the fact that you get a good snack to chew on while you're going down the road just makes today that much better. So we're gonna run inside here, get some jerky, and hit the road again and hammer out some more miles. Welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama. We're doing it, folks. We are putting some miles on that truck. It's running awesome. Up here in Alabama, had to stop by one of the coolest little rest areas. They're outhouses. Ain't really outhouses because they got them inside and they're air conditioning, so that's pretty nice. The scenery's awesome. It's not flat here anymore. You gotta be careful because you can definitely roll down a hill, and they dare to defend their rights here, believe it or not. But what an awesome place. Been an awesome trip so far. Traffic has been super pleasant. Of course, we're lucky enough to travel on a weekday, and we did go through, or kind of around Atlanta, so traffic wasn't bad at all there. It slowed down a little bit, but it's been a breeze. The traffic's very light. Yeah, the truck's been running since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's been about 70 mile an hour, 75 most of the way, other than that little slowdown through Atlanta. So it's been doing great. The intercooler's working awesome. Supercharger's staying cool. It's just firing like a kitten, exactly like we thought and knew it should and would. Oh, well, I guess we're on the Blue Star Memorial Highway. Didn't know that. So there's your history lesson for today, folks. Wow. So if my truck was a new Ford, it'd kind of look like that DOT truck, but it's not. It's a heavy Chevy square body, and it's the street department. And they don't really know what state we work in other than our Fun in the Sun Florida State Parks tags. That kind of gives them a clue that we're not from around here, but we won't tell them that. But there she is, large and in charge, and rolling down the boulevard, folks. So we're at the most entertaining rest area so far in Alabama. Still haven't left yet. We had a little outhouse break up there, and came back and drank a water, and I just had to stop for a second. Like, I can't tell you guys how peaceful this is. Not just to drive my truck, because I love driving my truck, but you know, the current moment is the freedom of driving on the highway, and we're at this rest area, and it's just so relaxing. We're away from all the hustle and the bustle. We're just off the interstate, but you can't even hardly hear the interstate. There's so many trees, and this rest area is so elevated. And when you stand in the sun, it feels just like we're in Florida. It's less humid though, but man, when you lean under these shade trees over here, holy smokes, it's relaxing. This is, when people say it's good for your soul, this is the kind of thing that's good for my soul. We're just off the beaten path because the interstate's right over that way, but just to stand here and you've got this light breeze, and when you're in the shade it's nice and cool, nothing like Florida where we're from, and you take a deep breath and it's just so fresh and pure. It really doesn't make sense. It's just such a different pace and attitude and atmosphere up here, and it's, you know, one of the reasons why we're doing this trip. It's obviously the ultimate destination is LS Fest, but to actually drive somewhere instead of flying so that you can take time and stop and smell the roses like this. And I know in my life that's a huge problem that I have, is life gets so fast paced you forget to stop and smell the roses, and you don't appreciate the little things as much as you used to. So to do this kind of stuff, you know, earlier we had sandwiches on the tailgate. It's perfect. You don't have to go into a restaurant to enjoy a meal. When you get to just sit on your tailgate and have a sandwich, that's as good as it gets, folks. It's awesome. It's just relaxing, and I can't wait to see what the rest of this trip has in store for us. But for now, we're gonna keep on keeping on. Look at that, we actually got some mountains. We are not in Florida anymore. Some nice countryside. Crazy. Welcome to Mississippi. Gosh dang, we're finally here. Everything's going great, smooth sailing. Couldn't ask for anything to go any better with the truck. It's running awesome. Mississippi, found our first rest area. Haven't seen one in a long time. We barely made it to this outhouse stop. Going through the top of Alabama, there ain't a whole lot there, but some beautiful countryside to see, lots of trees to look at. They're all green, you know, the next one's green, the next one's green, but it was cool to look at. It was nice just to get away from all the billboards and just drive through this wonderful country that we live in. So it's break time here. As soon as we got into Mississippi, it's also supper time. It's hearing a little rumbly in my tumbly, so we made a deal. So when I always say we, my buddy Will has come along with me. He doesn't really want to be in the video, so just to give you guys a clue why I'm saying we all the time, I'm gonna try to get him introduced to you at some point in time. He's a little camera shy, but we stopped here and we made a deal that we're not going to go to any restaurants while we're out because all this COVID stuff that's still going on, and we just assumed to not go to a restaurant where it's loud and you can't really enjoy your meal anyways. So we're out here on this side of a hill slash mountain. We bought our grill, we got chips, and not exactly roughing it, but we're gonna have some good supper. So thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time, and hope you enjoyed it.